皆さん、こんにちは。Yuki here. It's been a while since we released the last video. We are pretty busy during the holiday season. Alright, so today I'm going to talk about ne and yo. You can add these words at the end of the sentence and add some nuances to it. At first, it might be a little hard to use, but let's look at many example sentences to understand how to use them. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Alright, let's start learning about how to use ne and yo. Alright, so you can add ne at the end of the sentence, and it is usually based on shared information or context. So how do we use this? First usage is asking for confirmation or agreement. Second use case is express your intention. For example, you're going to do something. And the third one is asking someone to do or not to do something. And by adding ne, you can make yourself sound softer. And then fourth, make the sentence more friendly. So ne is usually used in spoken language, not in written language very much, at least official ones. Let's look at example sentences to understand how we use this. Alright, so these people are eating sushi with wine, I see. One person says, ここの寿司は美味しいね。ここの寿司は美味しいね。And that means the sushi here is delicious, isn't it? So ここの, that means here, and sushi, the sushi. So ここの sushi, that means sushi served here. So this restaurant's sushi is 美味しいね. 美味しい, that means delicious. By adding ne, you're asking for confirmation or agreement. You can use it this way whenever you're pretty sure that the person you're talking to thinking the same way. Right, let's look at more example sentences. Alright, so this person is at hotel's reception desk. And then the worker says this. スミスさんですね。お待ちしていました。So, スミスさんですね。That means you're Miss Smith, right? So asking the confirmation. The worker is pretty sure that she is Miss Smith, but you gotta make sure, you gotta ask. And then お待ちしていました. That means we've been expecting you. Right, so right here, 待つ is the verb, and then that means to wait, but making it sound more polite. So you add o, and then お待ちしていました. That means we've been expecting you. Let's look at next example sentence. すぐにメールを送りますね。すぐにメールを送りますね。I will send an email immediately. すぐに that means immediately or right now. メールを送る that means to send an email. And you are adding ne at the end to show your intention. We are adding ne, so there is a context previously to this sentence that you're gonna send an email or email is needed after this meeting maybe. So they've discussed that previously. And then you can say すぐにメールを送りますね. I will send an email immediately, just like I said I would before. So yeah, I wanted to make sure that you understand that there is a shared context before this sentence. Let's look at the next example. Alright, baby's sleeping, and then probably mom is trying to tell you to be quiet. この子が寝てるから静かにしてね。この子が寝てるから静かにしてね。Right, so この子, that means this baby. 寝てるから is sleeping. And から, that means you're explaining the reason. So since this baby is sleeping, 静かにしてね. That means please be quiet. And adding ね. So asking you to be quiet, but in a nicer way. So pretty much it just sounds like please be quiet, okay? At the same time, this is asking you to do something, but also asking for your confirmation. Like, please be quiet, okay? Right. Let's look at the next example sentence. Right, this person is leaving and it says, また後でね. また後でね. See you later. You could also just say, また後で. また後で. Right, that'll be fine. That means the see you later. But by adding ね at the end, it sounds more casual and softer. また後でね. See you later. Alright, next we are going to look at よ. And then I'm going to explain the differences between よ and ね as well. Alright, so よ, there are several use cases, but there is an idea that よ is used whenever there is a new information. Okay, for example, use case 1, informing someone. So letting you know, telling you news. So that's a new information, right? Second one, making a suggestion or giving offer to help. So whenever you're making a suggestion or giving an offer to help, that's kind of new information to the person you're talking to. Because I just thought it right now and I'm telling you. So it's similar to informing someone because it's new information. Right? Third one, letting know your intention or past action as new info. So sometimes your intention comes out of nowhere or comes out of an idea you just thought about, right? And past action can be new information as well because that person was not there. All right. Next, fourth, asking someone to do or not to do something. But if you use it that way, yo sounds pushy. So you don't want to use yo whenever you don't want to be pushy. If you add yo when you're asking someone to do something, it can sound, pushy or strong. So just be careful with that. Number 5, making opposite opinion. Alright, we are going to look at the example sentences, at least one example sentence for each use case. You're sitting at the bench, and then there was someone else beside your bench, and then you found a wallet, and then you think, oh, that person just forgot the wallet. That person is right there, so I'm gonna say this. 財布忘れましたよ。財布忘れましたよ。You forgot your wallet. By adding yo, you're presenting new information that that person forgot his or her wallet. Alright, let's look at next example sentence. リュック開いてるよ。リュック開いてるよ。Your backpack is open. So sometimes backpack gets opened when you're walking or something. And you want to let your friend know that or her backpack is open. This is a new information, so letting someone know. リュック開いてるよ. Your backpack is open. In this case, you're being friendly, telling your friend that your backpack is open. Let's look at the next example sentence. Alright, this is an example sentence from an anime called Food Wars or 食撃の相馬 in Japanese. I like that anime, so to share the context, this guy in white on the left, he made a delicious meal. And he's very confident that that meal was good. But this girl, she's a professional of taste. And then she ate his food. And then she really liked it. But she doesn't want to say that she liked it because she has weird pride. And then she didn't like this guy. she doesn't want to say it's good. She wants to say it's disgusting. And that's letting someone know that it was not good, right? So this is what the sentence is. まずいわよ. まずい means it was disgusting after you ate it. And then wa is like oftentimes goes at wa at the end to sound like a go, I guess. And then you can add yo at the end as well to let someone know what you're saying. So まずいわよ. That means this is disgusting, letting you know that. Right, let's look at the next example sentence. And the sentence is 彼女に謝った方がいいよ. 彼女に謝った方がいいよ. You should apologize to her. 彼女に to her 謝った. So 謝る that means to apologize. And then 謝った方がいい that means you should apologize. And then よ at the end is making a suggestion as a new information most of the time. 彼女に謝った方がいいよ. You should apologize to her. Alright, next example sentence. Maybe her stomach is not good or she got injured or something like that. And then I bet this guy is trying to help. 大丈夫ですか? 家まで送りますよ. 大丈夫ですか? 家まで送りますよ. 大丈夫ですか? That means are you okay? 家まで送りますよ. I can take you home. 家まで送る that means to take you home. And then by adding yo at the end, you're making an offer to help. That sounds casual but friendly or nice. Let's look at the next example sentence. お母さん、宿題終わったよ。お母さん、宿題終わったよ。Mom, I just finished my homework. So again, by adding yo at the end, you're telling someone as a new information. In this case, this girl is telling her mom that she just finished her homework. Alright, next example sentence. Alright, this is another anime reference. This is pretty short. She says, 触らないでよ. 触らないでよ. Don't touch me. So by adding yo at the end, you're asking not to do something. In this case, because you're saying 触らないで. That means don't touch me or don't touch something. And then by adding yo at the end, it sounds casual but pushy. You really don't want that. You know, by casual, I meant it doesn't sound official. That's what I meant. Alright. Next example sentence. This one is again the same anime, Food Wars. And the main character, he always says, お上がりよ. お上がりよ. That means dig in. So, お上がり, that means dig in or enjoy your meal. So you can say お上がり whenever you made or you brought food to someone and, you can say dig in or enjoy your meal. By adding yo at the end, he sounds casual but little bit pushy. Maybe nuances like, here you go, you better eat it because it's delicious. That's what he sounds like because he sounds like he's confident that his meal is delicious. Alright, this is a conversation. At first, she says, すみません、失敗してしまいました. Sorry, I failed. I made a mistake. Polish, she's talking to her boss, right? And then, I'm sorry, I failed. But her boss says, そんなことないよ. そんなことないよ. No, that's not true. So adding yo at the end, presenting an opposite information as a new information, right? Because she thought she failed, but no. You actually did well. That's not true. So that's a new information. You can use yo at the end of the sentence to let someone know that, it's opposite of what you're thinking. or I think it's the opposite. By adding yo in this context, you sound more casual. As the next sentence, he can say, よく頑張ったよ。よく頑張ったよ. You did well. So by adding yo at the end, in this case, letting her know that she did well. And then to her, that's a total new information because she thought she failed. Alright, so let's look at the differences between ne and yo. First difference is that ne usually have shared context, but yo usually doesn't have much context, but usually letting someone know something as a new information, so not so much context. And then both are used in spoken language, so they don't sound official. Ne sounds softer, and yo can sound softer too, but in some contexts, yo can sound pushy, so don't add yo whenever you're asking someone not to do something, or asking someone to do something. It can sound pushy. So you want to be a little careful with yo when to use it. Alright, today's quiz, it's obviously hot. They're kind of suffering. And one person can say, 今日は暑いです something. You want to add ne or yo at the end. And then B can say 暑いです ne or yo. Alright, I give you 5 seconds. Let's look at the answer. 姉 A 今日は暑いですね B 暑いですね Right, so you can add ne in both of these because there is a shared context that this room is hot and then obviously they're kind of suffering, right? 今日は暑いですね There is enough shared context and kind of asking for agreement. And then you can answer 暑いですね as well because there is also shared context. And it's not really a new information. So ne would be more suitable in this sentence. So again, food words. The girl on the left, her name is Elina. And then the girl on the right, her name is Megumi. The guy is cooking takoyaki. And then Elina is gonna eat first. And then says this. このたこ焼きおいしいは something. よおね. And then Megumi says 相馬くん. So 相馬くん is the guy in the center. 相馬くんの料理はいつもおいしい something. Right, 料理 means food. So 相馬くんの料理 that means food 相馬 makes いつもおいしい always good. Right, so I give you 5 seconds. What goes into those parentheses? Alright, let's look at the answer. Elina says, このたこ焼きおいしいわね because, Elina and Megumi, they're both eating. And then Megumi says, 相馬くんの料理はいつもおいしいよ Soma's food is always good. Megumi is telling Elina that his food is always good as a new information in this context. It would have been easier if you watched this anime because Elina doesn't want to say she likes it about food because she has pride. Alright, bonus. You can actually use yone, yo and ne both at the same time. So what are the use cases then? Well, first one, asking for confirmation. And then, why do you want to say yone then, cause, what's the difference between ne and yone, right? Well, if you add yone, then you are needing yes or no answer. Second use case, you can use yone when you accuse someone by confirming what happened. Like, you broke it, right? Just like that. And then also telling to do or not to do something next time. That sounds very, very pushy, so sounds like you're almost angry. Then last one, agreeing but already knew. So yeah, I agree, but I already thought of that the same way before you say that. Alright, so let's look at the example sentences. First one, asking for confirmation. And you're expecting yes or no answer. Because I want to say, これ、あなたの財布ですよね。これ、あなたの財布ですよね。This is your wallet, isn't it? So I need the yes or no answer. This is yours, right? Or no? Because that changes my action. Alright, let's look at the next example sentence. Alright, she's mad at him because didn't you eat all of my cookies? 私のクッキー全部食べたよね。私のクッキー全部食べたよね。She's adding よね at the end because she wants to accuse him. Because she thinks he ate all of her cookies. Yeah, she's asking yes or no answer, but pretty much she's expecting him to say, I'm sorry I did it. Alright, let's look at the next example sentence. Alright, this is a bad situation, The guy cheated or something. That's what I assume. And then those girls are fighting over him. And then the lady on the left, she says, 私の夫に近づかないでよね。私の夫に近づかないでよね。Don't get close to my husband. So 私のmy 夫 that means husband に so 近づく that means to get close and then 近づかないで that means don't get close. Alright, so don't get close to my husband. You can add よね at the end to tell not to do something, not to get close. Well, in this case, よね sounds very strong. Don't get close to my husband, or I will, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Alright, let's look at the next example sentence. So everyone is eating pizza, and then this guy says, このピザおいしいね. Right, this pizza is good, isn't it? And then the person next to him, and she says, yeah, it's good. She already ate pizza and then she thought it's good, but she didn't say it. And then he said this pizza is good first, and then kind of asking for agreement to her. To her, the information, the fact that pizza is good is not new information because she already ate it and she knew it, she just didn't say it. So she already knew the pizza is good, but yeah, she gotta agree. Yeah, it's good. So that's why she's saying, 美味しいよね? That sounds like, yeah, I ate it. I thought so too, but yeah, it's good. Well, so that's the nuances that Yone can add. And that's the end of the video. Alright, so I hope you learned something new today. So if you thought this video is helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more Japanese language lessons. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and I hope to see you in the next one. またね!